All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Now back to throw. Jordan Reed has it. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney! All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56!
1st down, and they'll try to run the option left. Space to run past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one. Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And he is in
into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Darius Geis, his second touchdown on the season. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. Point after here coming up. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Gone!
They'll set up to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Detroit!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 27.
No, check, Patriot!
They'll set up a throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Leopard! Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Guy showing he's going to be an important part of this Redskin backfield as he's in there again for first down. Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here's the option going left on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And now here come the Cowboys. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays.
And a loose football, and the Redskins scoop it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Detroit!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal. Geis, they'll try to run it. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Looking to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Richardson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. They run with Geis. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Call it 6, maybe 7, but now they're left with 4th down and goal.
And they might think about going for it here, but it's still just the 2nd quarter. Take the 3 points, tell the defense you believe in them, and let them get the ball back for you.
And his kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Matt Ioannidis in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They start on the ground with Geis. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, Get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The Redskins on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's third and 3.
Patriot! All right, here we go.
He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. On first down, this is Geis. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Leopard!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to air. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A huge play there for Washington. 47 yards. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Back to throw here. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half. You still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! James O'Shaughnessy, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll start out here with the option left. And he's got room. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. That'll be caught right side by Reed. A good pickup there at 22.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. On the catch, it's Crowder. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. They go play action here on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Josh Doxson's got it, complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The Redskins on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Set. Green, 39.
He'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by... And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. So we've reached halftime here in D.C. in our nation's capital with a home team, the Redskins, on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger, and he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. First and 10 at the 19. On the counter, Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Swearinger. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one caught by Crowder. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hey, check. 3 down. No. Check. Patriot.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
All right, now, lucky 56.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Airing one out for Crowder. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Gone! Hurry up, here we go!
He'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here's Tressway now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A handoff left, Elliott. And some room to maneuver. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 38 yards on the scamper there.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to look deep down, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Jamison Crowder, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Roethlisberger now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. Trying to find some space to turn upfield, but this defense having none of it. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
All right, partner, let's go back over the last couple of plays. Sack, loss of yards on a running play. Not exactly the sequence that an offensive coordinator gets comfortable with when calling plays.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Roethlisberger will throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. Well, this ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together, and I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Pass!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw. Jordan Reed has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like a turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
On 1st down, they go option to the right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards on the 1st down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the 1st down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
All right, now look 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Redskins on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Back to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Lewis. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about...
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Zach Brown not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Yeah, they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
A dump off to Elliott. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. Here's the backup, Jacoby Brissett. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Now a play fake here on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. He was looking for Landry that time.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
He's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. Geis again. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Landry now on the return. A great return there of 22 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So line of scrimmage still to 39 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger once more. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Blue 30, quarter. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that will shave one more off this lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Now a handoff, running off tackle right. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Redskins, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.